bullshit.
All right, guys. Well, this is actually the debut. Bean Talent Banter and Bullshit is on the shelf for a little bit, so we switched up. We're going to switch the logo up. Shamrock Sports now. The podcast is now the Notorious 508 Hoops podcast. What better way to debut than with the man himself, Coach Diago McClain, South High Lady Colonels. If anybody's watching this at all from my channel, they already know. Coach, practice today, big game tomorrow. I got a lot more for you other than the game. I don't want to get into too much. I don't want you to, we're not going to give out plays or strategy or anything like that, so it's kind of tough to really get into it. But what's the atmosphere like right now in Colonel Nation behind the scenes? What's going on?
Well, you want to practice. It's serious now. It's one and out. It's not see you tomorrow at practice. It's not who's on our schedule for the next 5 days. You know what I mean? So it's kind of we got to lock in, and this is what we've done all year for this point. And I try to stress that a lot in practice. Like, if you're going emotional, if mistakes got to be limited, you got to work hard and have fun and see what the outcome is. But there's no tomorrow. So we did a lot of stopping in practice, going over the spots that we need to cover. You have fun. You see a little bit. I mess with them and stuff like that. I tell them when they're shooting, you can't shoot. Just to get that mindset, we put the music up super loud.
Yeah.
So they can run their sets because they're not going to be able to hear me sometimes. And I want them to run their own sets. So we did everything that make them feel uncomfortable and to get their mind straight.
Yeah. I like that. I like that strategy. Now I was in practice today. I'm surprised at the detail and how repetitious that you can get with defensive sets. I see how the results are coming out the way they are. You know what? And I was there filming today thinking too, like, I'm not going to put out plays that you're putting out there, but really when I'm taping these games, I'm thinking the same thing too. Like, I'm kind of recruiting for these people, and it's 2 years now, and they haven't figured it out yet. So who cares? I mean, but the wound is still fresh from last year. I'm starting to feel it again. These games are really. This is it. This is what we did it for. So, man, I'm just hoping I can handle this.
Like, you can.
I think I can. I mean,
can. You're excited. You're getting excited.
I'm pumped. I mean, the atmosphere is awesome. Like, even though sometimes it didn't. The last game it didn't go our way, but the atmosphere, that's what you want. I mean, I wish it was like that every game, and it should be. We'll get into that, but I love it. I'm pumped.
Yeah, people, like, I was talking with people, and we were talking about that in the Neshoba game. Let's bring it up. That's a good example of like a team game. Like, of course, I'll always think my team's the best on the court at that time, because I think our preparation and the way we prepare for everything and the way these girls go into stuff, I always say I always have the better team. But a lot of teams cannot come out of what we came out of. See, people don't. They just looked at the game and they see, oh, you won by 2. It was close. I had Blue, Brian, and Jayla, 3 of my starters, down for at least 2 or 3 quarters, man. I had 2 freshmen on the court, 2, and someone off the bench. So it's like, in that type of atmosphere, they're excited to see you. You look up in the stands, and it's like a must game. We're in Worcester, so it was a lot of excitement and stuff like that. So I prepare all my girls in practice, but for those girls to say, wow, things went south really quick, they have to jump in the game, and that's hard to do for a freshman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was proud of them in that, and I said, those are the games we need before states. I don't need blowouts.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not going to help you. You need those games like we talked about Springfield, like coming to back-to-back. Didn't play well. We didn't shoot well. Grafton's another one. We didn't shoot well. We haven't shot well, but when you look up, it's a W. So it's like we're finding ways to win. And at the end of the day, that's for the stat people. That's for people outside say,
That's for
"Oh, you
me.
guys crushed them." You know what I mean? That's all stats. I
Yep,
just like that win column. You know what I mean? As long as
absolutely.
I get the W, I can win by a half a point. I won. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
So people don't understand that it's you got to coach through that too. You know, you got to, and then on top of it, you know, your senior who just had an off day that day. So you got Blue, Brian, Jailer out, and Ari. Now you just have Jazzy, Dolo playing against a monster team,
Yep.
and then you have Destiny come off the bench, who was sparked, and then you have Maddie, who was unbelievable,
Yeah,
freshman.
Maddie has really stepped up.
Yes, she's maturing. You know, she's a baby, and
Yeah,
I expect that. I have plans for her. We know what
she's
she's gonna do. You know
she's
what she's gonna
mean.
do. Yeah,
She's
because yeah,
mean.
yeah,
She's flat out mean.
she's very, she's very, and Destiny's that leadership off the bench with the big voice, small body, big voice. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's like those games. I wasn't excited at the end. If you notice, I kind of brought the girls together and I yelled at them, and people like, Diego, just let them have fun. I said, I'm expected to win that game, but the way we won it, we could have lost it by doing things that we weren't supposed to do at the end of a game.
Yes.
And that's what I believe on game situational things that we gotta wipe up, or it's gonna bite you sometime. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'm happy. It just shows that we are the best team in Central Mass, hands down. Um, People could say I duck and dodge, whatever, dude. I don't want to get too detailed, but if you see my email list in June, so all the schools in this area, I don't blast people, but the emails back, no, 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 no. You know what I mean? So I went
Now,
after every division. Yeah.
so just to finish up on the Neshoba thing, I thought their defense is great. Like,
Yeah.
but when I'm going in slow motion, I see their hands are up that entire game. That
Yeah.
entire game, their hands are up, and they caused
Mhm.
havoc with it. It was Walpole. I
Yep.
felt it again at the end when they started coming back, and
Yep.
then we took it back. That's what
Yep.
should have happened last year, but
Yep.
I felt it again. That was like that same game we came out on top though.
Yeah.
So champs. I mean,
They're learning to win. Hey, they're learning to win. They have to feel uncomfortable. So, do I think the Showbiz defense was outstanding? I think they were longer than us. I just think that we let some of the emotions and run some of the sets different with not Brian there and Blue, who's kills the middle, having someone else like Ari in the middle who's never really done the middle. It kind of like our game plan had to reverse, and I had to coach on the fly, if that makes sense. So I couldn't. We didn't strategize that in practice. That having these girls out. So now I got to coach. Sam's got to coach. We got to put in people in situations. So I mean, it's good because the freshmen got a little taste. I mean, they got a little taste of that atmosphere. So I'm not worried about playing defense. They know better than that. But if we have an off shooting day, I told them I'll win 10-8. I don't care.
yep,
Man.
yep.
So it's like they're buying into it. But right now, here's the key. Right now, it's them against themselves. It's simple. I'm not worried about the team we're playing. I think we can beat any team we go against. It's them versus them. Are
Yep.
they going to be emotional? Are they going to let little things bother them when it gets tough? Are they going to quit? Are they going to, you know what I mean? That's uncoachable stuff. So,
Yep.
you know what I mean? That's why I'm hard on them, because I always say this: if you're a quitter in life, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just a domino effect. So if you know how to take adversity and change it, that's going to happen down the line in your life. You can't, you know what I mean? You can't always get your way. So that's what I was telling them in practice. I said, adversity is going to hit. It's how you handle it, man. You know what I mean? And your actions speak louder. You know what I mean? It reflects your leadership. So
And
it
this
is
is
what it
huge.
is.
Like this is huge. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I
It's good.
mean, this is the stage. I kind of like what they did with the states. I mean, there's a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Like I do like what's going on, but we've been here before. That Holyoke game was one of the best games I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like live, it was incredible. We walked away with that. Home games.
Yeah.
Home games. Let's
Yeah.
start with that. At South I for the boys and the girls has been atrocious. I can't say it any other way.
Yeah.
Hopefully this next game we need everybody there. We need everyone there. It was a good turnout at Worcester State. It was all red.
Yes.
So
Yes.
hopefully that follows.
Yes.
Would you say, honestly,
And that,
has this team even peaked yet? Has
no,
this team, like, what would you, percentage-wise, where do you think they've hit?
they're at 75%, bro, right
I would
now.
have said 80.
Yeah,
I'm right there, though.
I hold high expectations, but they're at 75. But at Drake it, they were at 95.
Yeah. Yep.
You get what I'm saying? There's certain games that that's why I told you in my last pod, they're roller coaster team. I never
Yep.
know what I'm going to get with these girls. They can come out and shoot the lights out and kill a team. Then they can not shoot and they can lose their assignments. They could, and that's what I was trying to tell them, that there's no room for that anymore. There's no room to get away with stuff. It's one and out now. I said,
Yep.
before I left, I said, this could be our last practice in this gym. I said, Ari, this could be your last practice in this gym. Think about that.
I think Ari explodes. And
yeah. I'm waiting for her and Blue. I think this is going to be a good game for Blue. I think the way they play, I think this is a setup for a Blue game. You know what I mean? I dissected them and I looked at them, and I think Blue's going to come out of her shell. She had a really good practice. She had a really good practice. And I just see this might be a Blue game. It fits her. You know what I mean? It fits her style of play. And I think that's what we need for her, because, Jazzy's going to play hard all the time. She's the point guard. Once Jayla, and again, nobody knows, but Jayla's down. I'm not playing her. We got to protect her because I have plans for her. Ari needs to shoot. She usually shoots better at home. Brian's going to be Brian, but we need Destiny, Ava, and Maddie, and Sam McGomes to step up. And then you get Gabby and those girls coming off the bench to knock it down and give that excitement. And then that's when we're really good. When we can get every kid an opportunity to play is when we're good.
I love it. I mean, there's no weak link. You know what I mean? There's really no weak link. There may be a little inexperience way at the end of the bench, but that's not weak. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Now, today, because it's March, we were talking about that UMass team, Treviso and Padilla. You gave us a little bit of history on that post. I mean, my immediate audience, but you were with those dudes.
Yeah. So when I played BABC, UMass wanted me, and that was when Calipari that year. That's actually the year they went to the Final Four. So and they got all that Canby stuff. What happened? So that was that year that I was on their radar, basically saying that I was going. But my choice at where I really wanted to go was Clemson. I wanted to go to Clemson. It was either UCLA, Villanova, UMass, or Clemson. And Clemson was on my radar. I just thought, fit. But so he was recruiting me hard that year, that summer of 95, I think it was, because that was 96, right? That year. Yeah. So it was that year because they were leaving, and he was like, I need a point guard. You're my man, blah, blah, blah. You're close to home. This is what he's telling me. UMass is right up the street from you. You're home. I need you. You're the best point guard I've seen on all this stuff. And then I was just like, I don't know. You know what I mean? But then things happened and didn't happen. But yeah, I remember those days. I remember the Traviosos and those guys and Lou Rowe and Canby. Yeah.
Crazy.
It is.
There was something else that I heard too that I mentioned on that post too about there was something that you played in a game against Travis Best, or
no, he was older than me. So I played against Garnett, Paul Pierce, all those Mike Bibby, those guys we played against. Tractor Trailer, the big dude from tennis. He went to I think he went to Michigan actually. He went to Michigan. Those are the guys I played with. And all the kids that I played with went to like UMass, BC, Scooney Penn went. A couple of guys went to St. John's, Miami. So that's that era that I was in. So it was like Kevin Garnett, and Kobe was actually supposed to be at the tournament, but he was in France at the time. His dad didn't let him go to Vegas. So that Vegas tournament, we actually won it. Like all those guys, top guys were down there. And that was when the whole thing was about Kevin Garnett, because he went straight to the NBA. He was like, He was like the man, you know what I mean? So he was like the player of the year, and yeah, so that was that era.
It's ridiculous, man. It's history,
Yeah, it's
legendary.
crazy. Yeah.
So I also heard you say in practice today, you guys got to get in the zone. Like you were talking to, I think it was one of the boys' players when we were talking to Pat at the end there. Like you're telling him, like you got to get in the zone when it's game time, game day.
Yeah.
Like zone in.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike,
What did you do in the games? Like your big games. How did you get in the zone? A lot of people use music. A lot of people like.
I write notes. I literally, if you go in my gym, my son made a mural of my high school and all my college offers and little things that I had in my drawer. And I used to write these notes to myself. Nobody can beat you. You're better than them. You're this. You know what I mean? So my mind, I was a little different. I'm like that now, but like little things and stuff. But it's like you can't walk in a hallway when I'm walking in the gym and see a kid talking to 3 girls doing TikToks before a big game.
Right.
Like I told my girls the other day, it's funny because Sam thought it was, she goes and she tells them that. She's like, Diego made them do that. But I said, go home, look in the mirror at yourself and have a conversation with yourself. Because I believe there's 2 of you. There's one right here, the person that likes to quit, give up, cry, just straight out baby. And then there's you. Are you going to let that take over you in a game? Or you're going to tell them, hold up, I'm focused. So I said, look in the mirror, talk to yourself, because the reflection is going to talk back to you. There's no one else in the room, and tell me what you want to do tomorrow. And then Ari's like, Sam put in the group mess. Did any of you guys? Ari's like, yep, I already talked to myself. But it's there. It's little things, you know. They do motivational things. Some people do music. I'm gonna tell you the best line I've ever heard in a movie, and I tell my girls this all the time. It's the best line. Dude's sitting next to him, sitting on the bed before the national championship game. His boy looked over at him and he said, yo, you nervous about tomorrow, man? You know, my parents are coming up here. Everyone's coming. It's going to be crazy in here. And the dude's just laying back. He's a point guard. He looks over and he goes, man, this ain't nothing. You know, it's like going to the park. It's like riding the bike. That mentality right there, bro, is just what it is. And I tell my girls, you have to have that mentality. 30 years from now, if I told you to ride this bike down the street, you'll be able to get on that bike and ride it. No hesitation. Yep. So what's the difference between walking on the court and playing hard and playing something that you work for and you've trained and you love? It's simple. Why get nervous? I mean, you might have a bad shooting, Mike. You might have a bad shooting day, but you can't have a bad defensive day.
Right.
There's no such thing. There's no such thing. That's the beauty about basketball. You can play offense and defense. And football, you suck on offense. You can't go out there on defense and try to redeem you. So you got to sit there and wait. You know what I'm saying? So basketball, you have time to. It's like quick. Shit, I didn't shoot. Let me get back, play D and stripper, and make this layup. Boom. I made the wrong pass. Okay, now I'm gonna get. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a process. So they got to understand that part of the game. They stop worrying about scoring and just worry about I can score on defense.
I mean, it just happens.
Yeah. It's just more excitement when you get a steal to a layup back into transition. Like you see the plays I was running today. I said, I study everything. So Blue makes a shot. The ball lands right there. I said, who's in that spot that I have? It's Destiny right there, waiting. It's like they got to take the ball and waiting for a dog. Now you got to run away from this dog. So it's like the way I set up my plays. It's like it's supposed to go that way. And when it goes that way, it's success. You know what I mean? If it doesn't, we got to figure it out. That's my job to put them in a position, you know? So, but yeah, that's, I prepared myself different, man. I'm just old school, bro. I mean, certain people do a certain, I'm crazy if you say it. I'm nuts. Yeah, I'm nuts.
No, we already determined. You said it was passion. I'm with that. It is passion. It's crazy, man. So just a little funny story for you guys. You killed me this week, man. So I make tons of typos, errors, whatever. I just throw it out there raw, right? Whatever. I wait till someone says something to correct, but you have never said a word about anything, right? Never, like, to the point where I'm not even sure if you watch these things. Obviously you do. But when I put down, that you were 65-3, you
Yeah.
messaged me and said, "Edit, it's 2."
Yeah.
You have no idea how much I love that.
Yeah.
Because no one is talking about it. I mean, it's basically, I mean, in my eyes, it's 2 years and a tie. Because that
Yeah.
Walpole game we didn't lose. I still haven't accepted it yet. So.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? But I mean, this is history happening right here in Worcester. I know you want to take credit for it, so I'm gonna give it out. It's just amazing.
Like, you know what makes me more like, it makes me more happy and enjoyable with what I'm about to say. It's not even the wins, because I believe I'm the best coach. I believe when I step on the court, I'm the best player. I believe anything I do, I'm the best at. That's just who I am.
Yep.
Everybody knows that how I am. I'm so competitive. But when I look at all these game day posts, when I look at North did a documentary, when I look at, hats off to that, when I look at films and I look at all these people, where'd that come from? The great one. You know what I'm saying? The great one. It's crazy. It's crazy to see that I started the game day stuff last year.
Yep.
The videos, the documentary, this, and like every school does it now.
Yep.
No one's ever done it in high school, ever. No one does game day posts. No one's done it. So it's like I sit back and I'm like, wow. And some people say, yo, look at what you know, it's a trend now. And it is, I think it's so dope. Because like people are doing similar stuff, and people, and the documentary with North is unbelievable, because it's like, it is history in the making. They pull this off. You can sell that for $19.95, baby. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And we had one last year. What Danny did, Danny did our documentary, like the first, it was 3 episodes. Something happened with, I don't want to get into details on the business part of that.
Yeah.
But again, like, mic'd up practices, like you see it. I mean, we come out with the video, no one's done the videos like we did, the Family Matters, and we did We're Back video last year, that intro video. But it's no one did media day pictures. We did it last year. We did this. People are starting to do it, and I think that's dope, because that's what the city needs, bro. We need that.
I'm saying the same thing, and you know what? Like, I'm not saying like copycats. I'm not the first one to ever do it.
No, it's not a copycat. It's just like, dope.
Yeah, I think the same thing, because we want everyone to get hyped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I did it. I did it for that reason, so people can see it and say, "Oh, wow, this dude does game days, and wow, he does pocket." That's it. And then and what you do, like, again, what you do is unreal, because these girls look at you more than T&G. They're like, "What they might put that video up? They're on YouTube more than they might put." You know what I mean? So it's like, and they see you in the building, they like, Jayla got to make that in front of you. You know what I mean? So they all see
fun,
where you are. No, but it's love, and it's.
Oh,
and then, and whoever says you're only South High is bull, bro. Yes, that's your heart. That's everyone's heart. If I ask anyone over here what school they go to, and they say North or South or Burnco, they're gonna have love for them first, no matter what. But you still shine the light, David Prouty. You do it for girls. You do it for North. You do boxing. You do everything, bro. Like, so for people to say you only like South is bull. Did you just start with South? Yeah, because South don't get that light, bro. You know what I mean?
None.
None.
Really. I mean,
until 508 came through, baby.
That's right. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about.
You got my man Angelo running touchdowns right up to the camera, bro.
Dude, that was amazing. I didn't have to do it. I had to ask Bob at one point if he was calling plays directly at me, so that would score in front of me, man.
Oh, he was.
It was amazing. It was like
no, it was dope. It was dope. It was dope. But like, your name's floating and you deserve it. You know what I mean? It's not, you care about the community, you care about these kids. You like the platform to, advocate for kids, and that's what we talk about. Like, you don't care.
It goes back to what did we want? We would have thought this was awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we didn't have that social media, bro. If we had social media, man, it would be crazy.
What would your mixtape look like?
Yeah, we have pixelated cameras, bro. Like, what? They're like this. They're like this. Like, what? Like, come on, man. I was trying to show some of my kids my highlights of, like, you know what I'm saying? It's all blurry.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's like,
I dig it, man. I have a blast doing it. That's what it comes down to. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
it's fun for me. It is kind of competitive. Like,
yeah, it is. It is. I mean, you're everywhere, bro. I'm like, you're at the South game, and I see you at a wrestling game.
I,
I see you at boxing. I'm like, dude, this dude's all over. Your
I
phone
got
must be,
to.
your
It's
phone must be hot.
oh my god, this thing's
Yeah,
been through some, and that's the thing, man. The whole thing, everything I've done, not one video I've ever done has been anything else but iPhone.
yeah. You know what's funny? I'm gonna put this on here and put you out there right now. We played Fenway on a Saturday, right? We stayed in the locker room a little long. I was talking to girls. I'm leaving. It's a Saturday afternoon. I'm leaving. You're still in your car. You didn't leave yet. So I walked by your car and you're over there editing the video, bro. I'm like, dude, can you go home? And you did it before you got home.
Like, I had
like,
to.
This dude said, I'm not, there's no one in the parking lot. I'm the last one in one car. And I'm like, who's this dude in the car? I walk by, it's you, just on your phone, editing. I'm like, yo, this dude. I'm going to breakfast with my family. And I'm like, Mike's sitting in the parking lot editing freaking the video, making sure it's out. But that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, people that do videos don't get them out for like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
My game's at 7. My game's at 6:30. We done by 8:30. The video's out by 10. It's like,
you know, it's a fine line of getting it out first or quality. And some of them I want to take my time with, like Ari's Ari senior night there. I want to take.
Yeah.
You know, I can throw them together, but it's fun, man. Fun to me, and it's my phone, dude. There's nothing else.
I always say that. I don't know how you do it, bro. And you're sitting on your butt in the back, and you get all these
Indian style.
I'm just that's gangster, bro. I always say it to the kids, like, I don't know how he does it, man. They're like, how's he gonna watch the video? You'll see. I don't know what he does. Then we look for you. You're gone somewhere, and you're over here, and it's like, it's nuts, but it's good. You know what I mean? You put a lot of kids out there that people wouldn't even talk about, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you show the love to everyone with the dunks and the moves and the coaching, and you support everybody. You're a 508, bro. That's what it is. And people got to start understanding that. You know what I mean? Like, what you do is tiring, bro. You go from one game to here. You went from my practice to David Prouty. Then tomorrow you're going here. You're probably going to sneak out and try to get to the North game. And then come, like, you know what I mean? That's what you do. Yeah.
2 years, I've never left the South game until the North game this year. I left at that time just to go to the South game, the South and North, because it was 50-2. I like Dan. I couldn't dog him too bad. You know what I mean? So it was.
No, you did. You do good, man. There's nothing. So that's why I said, people want to get on these podcasts and leave these comments and just try to stir up shit. But at the end of the day, to say something like you're only for South is wrong, bro.
Yeah,
they must not be looking into 5. So, and if you were, so what does that matter?
I could make it work.
So,
I could make it work.
So
Jay from Group Central 508 said the other day, he's like, dude, I don't get it. Like, you're the only one that's advocated for South. And I'm not tooting my own horn there. I want to see other people there. I think slowly now they're trickling in after
it's all right, man.
5 and 2,
It's all right. You know what I noticed too? Like, certain people, I always believe in the like. I can say this about our girls, right? We came with a storm last year. It was different for South High. The girls' basketball program wasn't really that good for a while. I mean, who did a good job with them? What he had to work with, you know what I mean? I came with a different mindset to rebuild. We had an excellent year, coming back, another excellent year, but it's like, we stick together. My girls support every program there. I make sure they're at soccer games. I make sure they're at football games. They're all at the volleyball games, field hockey games. We support, bro.
Yep.
On our page, we have our own Instagram page. We post every sport and every accolade they do.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? You'll never see just all girls basketball. It's soccer girls. Volleyball girls did this. Soccer boys won here. Field hockey. We do everything. Whoever does a GPA, we support the whole school.
That's how it should be. You should get that love back.
It should. But you know what? If I always tell my girls, if you look in the stands, you don't see a teacher, you don't see your friends, You don't see this. Just play harder, man. That's something, a chip on your shoulder.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's how you got it. That's life. You know what I mean? You can't, I'm not going to beg you to come watch me play. You know what I mean? And I say to them, go to their classroom and not do their work. Go to their classroom and not study. They're going to say something to you, right? Goes hand in hand, bro. Go up to your teacher and say, listen, I work hard. I respect this class. I love this class. Why don't you come to one of our games?
It's amazing because that's what all these other communities do. That's how they get stronger. Everybody puts in the support because then they come and support you. It don't make no sense.
Yeah.
But
to see something this special kills me, bro.
Oh, it's unreal.
And it's not, and the GPA, bro, 3.9. Come on, man. We're talking about these girls are competitive in the classroom, man.
Yeah.
And they do community service. And I just had camp, and half of them at my camp when they could be sleeping. Yeah, at my camp working with 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9-year-old kids, man. Like, no one does that.
They're with you at all points. They help with absolutely everything.
They're good. They're good girls, bro.
Yep.
They're good human beings. They're not bad girls trying to like do this image. No, they're like really nice kids, and they work hard. And that's why I said they deserve the love, man. Like, I'm literally gonna go tomorrow. I'm gonna bring Annette with me. She's about to yell at me. We're going to Sullivan, and I'm about to make an announcement at Sullivan. Imagine half that school at the game in one section, bro. Going crazy. Like, that'd be unbelievable. All these little kids. And I said, how many of these little kids will look up to some of these girls like, oh man, wow, girls can play basketball.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah.
It's phenomenal. And that's my halftime speech. You missed it. I said, your job is to make one of these little girls in the crowd say, I want to be like her. I want to be like Ari. I want to be like Blue. I want to be like Jazzy. I want to dribble like this. I said, that's your job when you go out there and play. They don't want to see a girl pouting and crying and giving up. They're not going to want to be like you. They're going to move on to the next girl. Let them respect you and say, damn, I want to be like her. Mommy, I want to go. We had a bunch of little kids at the game from camp. And it's the best feeling in the world. See a little kid up there, like last year. Remember those 2 girls came up to Tamia and Grace and asked for their autograph? Like, come on, man. Like,
are you kidding me? I asked for Grace and Tamia's autograph. I actually have it. It's behind me.
TN 21.
Yeah, that's TN 21, baby. I tell you, I got everybody except Nelly last year, right? It was 11.
Yeah, that's a nice one right there. That Diago McClain one right there, baby.
Yeah.
Right above Grace. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, we got Mike up there. This thing's coming back out. It's coming back out.
Man. Yeah. Listen, you do a great job, man. You do a great job, and we're glad to have you. And you know how the girls feel about you, bro. Like, they want you to come to the Christmas parties and your birthday. They you know how they feel about you, and it's like
watching a TV show for me. Like, literally, you guys. It's almost not real. Like how well you guys get together and everything.
And that doesn't want to get in the camera.
No. And that's more
You know what's funny? She's more involved this year. Annette.
I've seen her taking stats and
yeah. And she's yelling at the girls more. She always used to yell at me for yelling at them. Like, oh, you're just too mean. You gotta. Now she's like yelling at them. But she went to the Hanover game with me. She likes basketball now. Can you just show this? Can you flip this? How do you flip this camera? I want to show them what I'm doing.
You can click on here.
Hold on, I want to show you what my mindset right now. Okay, what are you doing?
We got 2 minutes on the bootleg Zoom.
All right, real quick. Look at that. See what that is?
It's just still on you right now.
It is?
Yeah.
No way. Did it switch?
No.
What?
Yeah.
It's still on this handsome guy?
It's just you, yeah. Actually, it's a still photo.
No, I was just showing you what I do. Can you see now?
Nope.
You can see me.
I can just see it's a still photo of just you. It's actually kind of funny.
It's messed up, bro.
Yep.
Is it moving now or no?
Nope.
Now.
But you know what? We got a minute and a half left.
All right.
Give me your final thoughts on tomorrow's game. Give us a good
my final thoughts is they got to come out and compete. If they want to move on, if they want to come to my house Sunday and have a a dinner and watch film, they got to win. So it is what it is. They can make this their last game, or they can make history. And I just told them, sleep well, focus, and let's be ready to rock and roll tomorrow.
And ice Jayla up, man. We need her off the show.
We got her. I got plans for her. She's fine.
Get
We
her
good.
healthy.
Yeah, we good. I got the dirt dog. I got the dirt dog tomorrow. The puppy. You know who that is? Destiny. She's a dog.
She absolutely is.
She is ready to go, bro. She had a uniform already on.
Love it. Love it. Well, cool.
All right, I'll see you. I'll see you at the game.
You know it. I'll be there before you. You know that. So
I know that. I'll see you there.
But I ain't even wishing you luck. You don't need it. So let's do this tomorrow.
All right, baby.
Talk to you.
Peace.